Sport is superstition, science, family, drama, love, theatre. It's everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for sports fans. That's Betr. Gamble responsibly.
Last week, we asked if the Lakers still had a heartbeat, and James, who were we to doubt them? Let's be honest. Anthony Davis and Bron James have helped jumpstart the LA powerhouse. They had a massive 84 points against the Wizards on Monday. Now, James, did we underestimate them in our pick-a-pair challenge last week?
Did we, Dicko? You better believe it. We really did. But this is the thing. Anthony Davis last week was only halfway through this insane run at the moment that he's on. And LeBron James is still LeBron James sometimes. That's what happens when you get as old as he is. I groan when I get off the couch. He's still out there playing, at an incredible level in the NBA. But 55 for AD in that one, 29 for LeBron. Dicko, that's the highest pair has scored all season. Like, they're absolutely crushing at the moment. It's basically like they took that 2-on-2 NBA Jam debate personally. They watched this show, went, hang on a second, we'll show them. But really, it's all about Anthony Davis turning back into a basketball-playing pterodactyl. Like, he's got all the tools to be an absolute MVP, game in, game out. And when he's healthy, that's exactly what he can do. He's back up to like 59% from the floor. He's averaging 27-12 with 2.3 blocks. He's tearing it up. And look, he's turned this Lakers team around.
Can you pinpoint the turnaround? Like, it's not something you can actually put your finger on, or is our expert in you, James, are you going to tell us why?
Well, it's obviously Anthony Davis is the exact reason. Basically, he's playing centre. There's a little bit of a reason there for you, Dicko. He's just gone, right, cool, I'm not going to pussyfoot around it. The Lakers, I think smartly, didn't bring back like a big guy to sort of give him like the security blanket of like, oh, it's okay, we've got Dwight Howard, we've got JaVale McGee, we've got another big guy. It's like, no, Anthony, you're the big guy. Go out there and play like a big guy. And he is. It's incredible. It's amazing. He's changed his shot profile. He's playing much closer to the basket, makes him much more efficient, and makes this Laker team look incredible because suddenly they can find shooters, play inside out. AD's rebounding, blocking shots, playing defense at an incredible level. But thing is, this is what happens. Like, all season, their inability to shoot has been probably their biggest problem. It's sort of coalescing a little bit more. Russell Westbrook is looking much better off the bench. And really, you've still got LeBron James, one of the, two greatest players of all time, simple as that. But really, defensively, the Lakers as well, that's helped their sort of turnaround. They've been pretty good. They've been surprisingly good all season. But even though I think they're in the sort of bottom 10 in like points per game that they're giving up, their defensive efficiency is actually top 10-ish. And they're keeping teams sort of in front of them, and they're knocking them over with AD, LeBron, and Rusty. But seriously, it all comes down to Anthony Davis playing like the MVP that we know he can be, and staying healthy, and not getting sick like he did this week as well, just to put a complete pin in that awesome run of his. But there you go. He stays healthy, they stay awesome.
You heard it first. He stays healthy, they go awesome. Let's stay in the West. Now, Pelicans sitting pretty in second. With a fit roster, do you see him going deep in the playoffs?
That's the key word there, Dicko. Fit. And I love how this roster has been constructed because there's malleability, there's big and small wings. Not only that, there's big and small bigs. Go figure. But this is how it happens, and this is how it works for this awesome, weird Pelicans team. Because you talk about with a fit roster, they've been dealing with injuries all season already, Dicko. And the way that they've been able to sort of mix and match game to game, like if this team actually gets fully healthy, like they're terrifying. They've still got the third best defense, Dicko. And they haven't had their best 5 players on the court basically all season. When they have all 5 of those dudes healthy, they turn into a whirling death machine. I love the Pelicans.
All right, now Zion Spark, where's it come from? He put 25 points against Jokic's Denver on Monday and another 30 he put away on the Spurs on Saturday. What has happened?
The big rig. I'll tell you what's happened. He's gotten healthy as well. This is the same sort of conversation we just had with Anthony Davis. But really, it's health and it's just like his off-season diet. Comfort. But still, the entire vibe behind Zion is get him healthy, let him have the ball, let him do his thing. There was a stretch there he's averaging 26, 9 and 5, absolutely ripping it up. Look, do you want to stand in front of him, Dicko? No chance. Nobody wants to play defense against him. But the thing is, they've outscored him in this little run lately, by 77 points. They've outscored the opposition while he's been on the floor. They've been outscored, I think, by 22 when he's been sitting, which is incredible. But the key element of that is defense. So there was a stretch there for 6 games where he had pretty much the most amount of blocks and steals that he's had his entire NBA career so far. No coincidence, they won 5 of those 6 games. That's what it all comes down to for Zion. If he's up and about on defense, putting that huge big body of his out there, getting amongst it, blocking shots, just ruining people's lives. The Pelicans are horrifyingly dangerous, and that's where that's come from.
Oh, amazing. Bit of D, and that's what happens to turn around. All right, Aussie watch time, and we have to talk about our man, Matthew Dellavedova, and his Sacramento Kings. All right, firstly to the Kings, are they rolling with the best offences in the league right now?
Can we fire the laser?
Yes.
Fire the laser, fire the beam. I love this Sacramento Kings team, Dicko, because they're fun and their fans are absolutely amazing because they've basically turned the idea of every time the Kings win a game, they press a button. It fires a laser into the sky, and this has now turned into basically a place of worship. You can look it up on Google Maps. But still, seriously, they fire that laser, they're averaging about 119 points per game. The drop-off has actually come, Dicko, but they're still the second best, highest scoring offense in the league right now. And really, look, Matty Dellavedova's on this team, we know that, I love this, but seriously, this is putting an adult with the kids, and this entire team has really responded to having their new coach, Mike Brown, having vets like Daly on the bench, stuff like that. And really, it's literally kids who have been just turned adults who have not seen this Sacramento Kings team ever be good. Seriously, this is their best start in 18 years, Dicko. There's literally kids who are now adults who have not seen the Kings being this good their entire life, which is really cool. They're shooting a top 7 amount of threes. They're hitting at a top 10 rate. They're absolutely crushing at the moment, but what I love about the way they go about it, they dominate in the paint. 65% from inside, basically 10 feet. So you've got the big Souvlaki King, as we call him here, the Domantas Sabonis Souvlaki King. I love him. But he can dominate inside. They spread it out to the shooters. You've got dudes like De'Aaron Fox driving. You've got Malik Monk shooting from the outside. The weirdest part is their shot profile is incredible at the top, incredible in the middle. On the wings, where the three-point line is actually closer, they're not shooting that well. It's like, but that's an easier shot. So I think they can actually see even more of an uptick in this offense, Dicker.
Well, it's a good point you make. So Delly's not having a huge impact, but you can see he brings a benefit to the Kings, doesn't he?
Steady, old, wise heads. It's what it's all about. They brought in Mike Brown to be their coach to basically instill a bit of discipline on that team. They bring in Daly off the bench. He's averaging, the greatest 1.4 points you'll see in a season, though, I'll tell you that much. He's got now there for 9 games. He's the break-in case of emergency backup point guard. He's been broken out a couple of times. But really, his role is just to be a coach on the bench. He's seen it all. He's done it all. He's won a title. He's gone out there basically trying to help mould this really, really young Sacramento team. And they've responded so well. As I've said, their best start in 18 years. It's not just because of Daly, but it's just because of the vibes that he brings, that heart, that grit, that, the grit you get from the mean streets of Maryborough, that you get from being a ruck rover in and under packs in the AFL. But really, veterans like that, you can't underestimate their impact. It's like the reasons why Udonis Haslem in Miami still has a job there, why Taj Gibson, Andre Iguodala, George Hill, those sorts of guys are still around. They've won titles, they've seen it all. Daly's the exact same, and the Kings are responding. I love it.
Yeah, well, we give the Aussies plenty of love on this show. Let's hope Daly can inspire the Kings to bigger and better things this year.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.